to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I'm gonna pretty much do like an angel reading, so like a celestial reading. So if you don't believe in, that kind of thing, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what we're doing today. Um, but today's like song, pretty much, or this video song, is "Always in My Heart," by Terry Campbell. Mm. Um, and the part that at first I thought I didn't know what song it was. I confused with some other song, but then I remembered it once I heard the song. It's pretty much saying like, why do people want to say you lies? Like, spirit loves you. Okay, you deserve love. They know you're gonna make mistakes. They know this, and they still rooting for you. Like some people try to make it seem like it's the end all be all. Like, no, they want you to get better. It's just if you just give up on yourself, then it's like, all right, they gonna leave because it make no sense. Like, and then once you come back, they'll be like, yeah, we was waiting. Like that kind of. Read the prodigal son. It's like that. Like, but some people. Well, with the prodigal son, right? Don't I told you read it. I can't even tell you where to find it. That's the. um, but pretty much, right? Okay. Boom. We can use these. So it was like he had two sons, right? And then he had a farm, and one of them was like, "Hey, look, I'm coming of age. I want to get out of here. Like, give me my inheritance. Let me go." Right? So he got the inheritance and he went about his business. Right? Now the other one stayed there, worked on the farm, cared for the farm, tended to the farm, helped the father, stuff like that. And then one over here, he pretty much went broke, bankrupt, and had his own little journey of having to like it was to the point like he had to eat the food of like not even eat, but the food that he was feeding the pigs looked tasty to him. And he decided like if I'm already working on a farm, why would I not just go back to my house to my father who had a farm? Like rather than working here, at least he take care of his servants. They wouldn't be looking at pig food and saying like it looks delicious. So he went back home, and then the father was like, "Oh yay, woohoo, hooray, my son has returned!" Right? And then his brother was like, "Scratch all that while we throwing a party for this man. Like where was he? All these years when I was out here working and slaving for you, where was he at?" And then the father was like, "My child, okay? Pretty much when I die, this is all you, okay? This is all yours. But he'll be working for you while you're the boss. Like, relax. It's okay. It's gonna work out. Let's celebrate him. He returned. He found his way home. We don't know what he was doing out there, but he got back here. And that's all that matters, okay? That's pretty much how spirit is. Like, they don't... You fell short. You made some mistakes. You learned your lessons. You changing your ways. Turn it around. That's all they can. Like, did you turn... Like, stop. Like, did you stop? Did you turn around? Are you like you're gonna fall back? Yeah, you're gonna have some relapses, but are you always picking it like starting back up again? Be like, all right, clearly I'm not 100% as I thought I was. So let me get back to to like where I was, even surpass that to get closer to 100. Like yeah, so that's my interpretation of the prodigals. You can have your own interpretation. Like I said, you can read it on your own. Don't know where to find it, but I know it's. Don't know where to find it. Okay. Um, I really don't. I feel like Genesis because I feel like a lot of things are in Genesis, but then I'm not completely sure. So I don't know. I know Cain and Abel was in Genesis. But yeah, we're gonna get started. So you got headphones in, turn them down. Okay. Um. So I have the dream deck to see like. No, I keep saying they're sending you messages in your dreams, and also we keep getting the angel wings charms and stuff like that. So it's like they're there. Okay, they're around you. They're trying to help you. So what they trying to tell you, like that kind of thing that you're not getting, right? So we have house, and that's funny enough. It's four, and four is stability. So I was gonna say like, I guess the place for you to lay your head and be comfortable, like a foundation. But yeah, just the foundation and the stability, and because when you really think of it, a house, from generations, from most generations, it passed on down and stuff like that. But over like histories and years and stuff like that, the house is still it stays longer than the people. So that like a house also have history, on with all on its own. Right, and then we have this little person right here with it look like a red flag or look hold on or like a suitcase. I'm not sure. It's not a flag, but like a red thing, right? Looking at the house, but he also it looked like a little backpack. So he might be moving or going somewhere. And then we have blessings. That's 4 to 10. 10 is completions, things coming to an end, conclusions. Um, see, and it's an angel deck. See, um, okay, we're gonna go to another one because okay, then we have book. Because after I saw the angel, what popped in my head was church, and then now with the book, it's still giving church. But cause 4, 10, 3, and that's 4. Technically, you see it as 4, 1, 3, and when you add that, it's 8, and that's movement, um, and control, and seeing that you like his fingers on top of his head is like you're they see you and they know that you're trying. They see your progress even though that you don't see your progress, and they know you. They know who you are. Besides all the mistake and the bullshit, they know that they see your potential, what you can be, what you like can become. Where you're mainly focusing on the mistakes, they're not focusing on that and looking at that. They're more so like, all right, get back up, like get, like you fell down, get up, like that kind of thing, and because you're here for a reason and your life do have purpose and it does have meaning, and you're because like the like the Bible, if that's the book that it's talking about, or whatever book that you're reading, stuff like that, whatever religion you want to believe in. I'm not trying to like convert you, okay? Um, it's saying like if you sit down for yourself and have a personal relationship with it or know it for yourself and get your own interpretation of it, but then still talk to somebody else because it's like a older there right here in this chair to pretty much also share the knowledge and help you where you get confused so you don't lead yourself into like a standstill or destruction and stuff like that, because this is 3, and 3 is all about collaborating, peace, balance, and harmony. Um, mind, body, spirit, but it's also like you and spirit, the Holy Trinity and stuff like that. Um, and it's like you realize the importance of all three and the difference of all three. Where Jesus was the human form, there's the Holy Spirit, which is a spirit. But then what is God? No, who knows? Okay, just chill out. Like who we just know he's part of the three. Like no one's seen him. And he everywhere. That's all we know. But rather than having everybody else in your relationship and have like a personal relationship or one relationship with them, because like this angel is holding on to like this person's hand, so that's very personal, very intimate while they naked. So it's like rather than going based off somebody else's interpretation, which pretty much what Galileo did or what it was pretty much saying, because some people you will take and use their own interpretation and or just won't where but there's time like there's metaphors in there and like proverbs and stuff like that. There's a whole book. It's a book of proverbs, so it's like it's not straightforward. It's not literal. Like you have to think about it. What is he really trying to say? So it's like where's times where there's metaphors and there's where you need to do that, you're just taking it literal, and it's just like that's not what it's saying. And so it's like that's why you need to have it a personal know it for yourself, so people can't misguide you or mislead you, because there are not everybody that preaches his word or know his word is for him. um Also, if you read it, it talks about the difference, because this person has a shield, so where you don't have like here you have clothes on, you no longer have clothes on, which also gives me like the star. So you living in your life purpose, you feel chosen, you see that you feel vulnerable, you feel open, you want to be able to be yourself and shine your light and stuff like that, and want to find people of like mind or the same mind as you, or that can help you, like pretty much wants the same kind of thing. And it's not you always have to look over your shoulder and stuff like that, because here you have like a shield on and this armor. And I lost my train of thought. Hold on, I'm gonna find it back. Okay, so where people before were trying to take your ignorance and like use it against you, you're now seeing that and knowing that you can protect yourself and like against like the false narrative and what like people pushing their own ideas and their own beliefs and making it seem like that's what's in there when it's not. And that's why it's important to know it for yourself. And it's like not saying that he's saying like to always be by yourself and be like alone, but there is periods where you're gonna have isolation, and then there's periods where you have community and stuff like that. And even with like depression and stuff like that, that's in there. And I think it was Elijah that got depressed, and he sent an angel who was just like just chilling with him to be like, look, just look after him, right? Just be there with him. And another thing with that, okay, where I keep saying where you're going, this person cannot come with you. That's a sign that's not spirit. Okay, cool. Oh, got back my train of thought with the book. Um, the devils and the demons, they also know the Bible. Okay, that's basic, just basic. But you got an armor. That's boom. You got the armor, so you have the knowledge and know the difference of what he's saying and the wisdom to know what he's saying and to actually practice it. Where they can't do that. Figured it out. And told you I was gonna find it. I was with the elder because I remember. Is that shape shifting deck? It will show like an elder will show you the way. There will be someone that will guide you and help you in the times where you get stuck or like where there's a bump in the road and you think it's too high to climb and stuff like that. There's a story to help you and to guide you and to um assist you through it. But also gotta remember there's some metaphors in there. Okay? Some proverbs. Gotta think about it. Um yeah. So we're gonna use the before tarot. So we have the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands and the Devil. See what I was just talking about? They know the Bible too. Even when Jesus was on earth, the devil came to Jesus and tried to tempt Jesus. like, like, you don't think he knew? He knew. Like, how you think he got and used Judas? He knew. He knew. He was aware. Okay. Um. Just he didn't know that Jesus knew the plan. Like he didn't know he knew all that. So because Seven of Swords, like I said, this is the before tarot. So it's like before you get caught in something, get caught in a trap that, or like fall into temptation and take action on something that will pretty much get you stuck in something that's very materialistic or superficial, just not beneficial to you or your growth or even your life. Um, Cause you know the King of Wands is all about action and stuff like that. He has his hands on his like his hips, like he's taking a minute, like I don't think I'm gonna take that wand right now. Like, think about it for a second. Um, Cause not everything is not always what it seemed. Um, People do lie, and it's like you don't always have to fight fire with fire, and because it went from yellow, blue to black. So it's like, don't lose your hope and your optimism thinking that other people got one up on you because that's never that's never the case. Especially if you did nothing wrong. That's never the case. And yeah. So let's see. Next we have Archangel Uriel with illumination, inner power, and ideas into form. Four. Four. Um Ideas into form to make it into a solid, stable thing. Foundation to build it. Duh. Um Okay, no one put a hill. So funny enough, his sword is on fire. So with the illumination, is like you're shining a light on like your shadows, your temptations, your dark side, like your flaws and stuff like that. Like it's okay to know. That's great to know. Wonderful, but what are you doing about it? Right? Are you like with the because it's a chain? Are you just chaining yourself to it and linking yourself to it? Because there is a hold on. There is a hold on. I gotta figure out how to. Okay, there we go. Boom. Because there is an altar. So it's like, are you chaining yourself to that and saying, like, oh, well, this is the end all be all, like, that's it? Or you realizing, like, okay, I have this, like, I have these flaws. I don't like these flaws. And then I know I can change them and be a different person and be in. That's what the inner power is about, like you choosing to change and fight through your temptations, because it's temperance, which is an angel, like it has an angel on it, but I don't know which angel it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. And then it's the devil. So it's like once you are in your purpose and stuff like that, you are gonna have temptations, you are gonna have trials, you are gonna have tribulations, but that doesn't mean that you aren't still chosen and that you don't have a purpose. Look, first off, if you do end up reading it, read Songs of Solomon. Okay, Solomon did absolutely nothing, and that chick betrayed him. Okay, absolutely nothing, and so it's just like you can't trust everybody. Everybody is not your friend, and it talks about that. And then Solomon was the same person that wrote Proverbs, who's out here dropping Proverbs to help people. Like dropping gems, like because he knows, like, and it's like, okay, the card kept falling. It's like that's you have the power and the choice to realize that you can either change or not. Like it's all depending on you. And then we have Archangel Yet. Nope, not gonna do it. Then we have Transmutation, Miracles, and Violet Flame. Why do we have 10? Oh, snips. Um, no, because that's 13. Well, that's 4. Wait, no. Yeah. No, it's 15. So it's 6. JK. Oh, 7, 6. It's decreasing. Yeah, so like I said, take a moment and think about it. Then you start to realize it's not really worth it. It's probably like your fear, your pride and your ego, because that's also, a part of the devil card. Deceptions, manipulations. Um, and you're acting on that, and you're like you're stopped. Like you slowly stop doing it to the point that you're just completely a whole different person. Where before you was always in your ego and your part with the transmutation. Signs popped in my head, and I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there. I'm sorry. It's no longer what it used to be. So like if it went from 2, now it's 1. See, still science. But it decreasing and stuff like that. So like I just said, with the went from 7 to 6. It's like you're taking the action to decrease and step back from certain things, and now like with the ideas into form, like you're doing that yourself, and you might not realize that you're doing that or seeing that you're doing it. But with this book here is like they see your process, they see your growth, they know what you're doing, and they know it's not like they know who you are, so they know like it might take a while. Okay, like they get that. That's fine. But like I said, they always get back up, rooting for you, kind of thing. But because Violet is your third eye, right, and that's your intuition, and that's their like your connection to like source is your own personal connection. So it's like you don't need somebody else to intervene with it. Where the crown, which is above your third or above the velvet, it's you realizing you're connected with everybody, realizing everybody have their own little personal connection with spirit, with source, with God, and stuff like that. And they all have their own personal experience and their own personal journeys, and no one's journeys is better than somebody else's journeys. It's just history that helps somebody else. And then we have Guru Rem Desh with humanity, spiritual practice, and evaluation. That's 9. So you're releasing some. Um, but it's both orange. So I would say you feel more comfortable with your position. Well, okay, with yourself for one with this evaluation, just you become more comfortable with yourself with the orange and stuff like that, and comfortable with your spiritual practice, and realizing that everyone has a place in humanity and have a purpose and have meaning, which is why everyone deserves respect. And you releasing and letting go of things is you're like practicing. Like you're not, like I said before, like you might fall back on certain like things, and it might have a relapse and stuff like that, but you always get back up and start over again. And you realize, and just like everyone has this journey, everyone has like needs to be like evaluate themselves with this inner power. Like it's all about your own personal experience of what you need to let go and what you need to release. But it's also with this illumination here is like what you, as you go like grow in life and as you go on, you always gonna find something new on this journey that you're gonna have to like might need to change, you need to release. Like what probably worked for you today, like 5 years from now might not work. And that's why it's a practice. Like there's no like end result. You're always going to be releasing, always going to be letting go. And it's just like with the 10 here is like the cycle that you're closing out and letting go is being caught, being stuck and chained or bound to a certain way of life, or thinking that what people expect you to live or want you to be like. And realizing that no one knows the real true meaning of life or what life is supposed to look like. Because even with the angels being here, like when Jesus came, what was he doing? He was doing the right thing, and then somehow that was pissing off the church. He was helping people, and somehow that was pissing off the church. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? So he wasn't breaking laws, but somehow, so it's just like, if you're not hurting anybody or hurting yourself, then it shouldn't be your problem. And it doesn't matter what anybody think or care. It's your calling, it's your purpose, it's your life. Think of it as a car, okay? It's your car. And you on your own little path, your own road. If you let somebody else in that car, they can't drive it because they don't know the path that you were on. They don't know where to go. The GPS gonna be like, okay, now going here. Like it's personalized to whoever's sitting in the driver's seat. So you have to sit in that seat and you have to drive that car. Okay. Okay. Now along the way, you might pick some people up. Okay. Then you might drop some people off, and that's cool too. Okay. But then there's gonna be some people on that, car, bus, whatever it is, minivan. I don't know, truck. I don't know. That just never gets off, and that's great as well. Okay. But it's all part of life. Okay. You gain, you lose. It's like the seasons, right? We have in the spring we plant. Okay. We have the rain to water it. And then we have then start blooming and stuff like that. Then we have summer, we can pick them and stuff like that. Then we have fall, where you can still kind of sort of plant some things, but it's not as easier as it was in the spring, right? And then we have winter, where you can't really plant anything at all. So don't waste your time. But you had these other seasons to prepare for the winter kind of thing. So it's like it's a circle of life. It's a flow. You're gonna lose. You're gonna gain. Some people gotta go. Some people gonna come. Some people might stay just forever, and that's fine. But the people that gotta go, let them go. Let them go. Get them off the bus. Okay? Get them off the bus, train, whatever it is. I don't know. Just get it off. Then we have acts ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We are governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. I even told you that at one point in time. I was like, if God can't impose on your free will, okay, and your choices, why would He send somebody else to do so? like, you gotta look upon it yourself. Like he won't do that. And we have a trustful guide. See what I'm talking about? That elder, you see? Free flowing. There we have. You have received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receive our support for anything that you need related to this idea. And we have idea into form. And even, that's why I was like, I was like, funny enough, his sword is on fire. Then I was like, we have sword and we do have fire. But it could be your fear that's stopping you, and that you need to let that go in order to start practicing what they're trying to tell you to practice on. Yeah. Then we have heart chakra. Funny enough, I'll show you later. We have heart chakra. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being. Hold on. We're going to start that sentence over. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. Okay. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart, as we stand with a perfect protection and guidance. we got blue and then green. And with the heart chakra coming out, and then the green with is your heart chakra, I would say like it's open. Okay. Might be second guessing it a little bit. Okay. Might not be trusting it as much as you need to trust it. Okay. With this practice, it's like you have the idea, just do it. Okay. Like put one foot in front of the other. Okay. Okay. Practice. Practice make perfect. And it's like if you get confused, if you get lost, just ask. Be like, Jesus, take the wheel. Something. They will take the wheel. Okay? They will take the wheel. Because even with the, like here and here, like I said, like the angels being in the middle and stuff like that, and holding on to like they you have your own like personal like angel. Everybody does like a guardian angel and stuff like that, and they seen what you've been through. They know the hurt that you've been through. They know how it affects you, and they know how you can be. They know what you were before, and they know like if you never had all these things that happened to you, then you probably would have still been that person, but you wouldn't have learned or gained the knowledge that you needed to gain and stuff like that with the book. Um, where some people learn through other people's experience, some people learn by going through something or going through it, and you probably had to learn by like going through something, and that probably affected your heart and how you see the world or how you love or how you love yourself, if it's not really the world. And like the angels and even your guardian angels, it's just like we know. Okay, we see. Okay, if you read the book yourself, he had a flood for a reason. He set the flood for a reason. So he knows humans gonna piss you off from time to time. He got pissed. Like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna start off from scratch. Like it's just you get it. So it's just like he understands, but you can't let it discourage you and bother you. Um, or change how you view yourself or see yourself or express yourself with the blue. Then also blues talk about creativity, and then it does say like an idea. So yeah. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Honorable God with inner and outer work. Help one keeps their job, protects against disasters. Wait, now I'm put over here because I think I have more cards. Can you see it here? Okay. And then we have the Four Swords with God of Trinity with mission, protection against slander, and impertinence people. Pretty sure I said that wrong. And this kind of sort of similar to this card. See, that's like your hand is on your hip. Like you didn't take the one. You're resting. Pretty much with the Four Swords. That's the evaluation. Like you taking a moment to think and like, do you really want to? Maybe like you're already on a mission. Do you really want to take another mission? Right? And It's like you don't. Like it's like you just don't. Like you want to relax. Like you don't want to take on more responsibility than you need to, and or that's what Spirit is trying to like. Don't take on more than you need to. You need to focus on you, and that's the first mission and the main mission. Your inner world, then, because your inner world reflects your outer world. Like how you talk to yourself reflects in your surroundings. You know, like when they like when your room and stuff like that. If it's dirty or like scattered, they were like, oh well, like your thoughts are scattered and stuff like that. It's that kind of thing. It reflects outwards. And then we have the magician with the generous God with spiritual wisdom and magic. Help one gain wisdom and discovering hidden secrets. Oh, the hidden secret could be that you was worried it the whole time. That, but oh, like I was saying with Jesus, like how the devil tempted Jesus, like he came to him, it was like, hey, they had a whole conversation, and it's like you realize that you have this purpose. People see a purpose before you saw your purpose, and from time to time, God will just hide it. Okay, He will just hide it because He don't want people to ruin it, to mess it up. So this is why, like, with this person, like, you have to break up because this person will ruin it. They will ruin your purpose. They will ruin your life, pretty much, more than they probably already have. Okay, and they don't want that. You don't want that. Nobody wants it. Cause you're like with the four swords being here, it's like you're tired. You need to recharge, and before just going after whatever this idea is and creating it, and that's gonna be also part of the evaluation. Like, what is causing you to stop? What is called what feels so drained and feels so burnt out? Um, because we went from 10 to 4, and that's going backwards in our little scenario if you really think about it. Because we went from 4 to 10, so now we're going backwards. So it's like, what is stopping you from having this generational wealth and prosperity that you envisioned for yourself? Also, with God said with the blessing and giving me like the star card, if you have a purpose and a calling on your life, that was predetermined before you got here. So what is so no matter what, it can't change. Also, God gonna get God like he wants what he wants, and you gonna get it either way. Whatever he got to do to get it, he gonna get it. But like what we have here, like he's not gonna impose on your free will. Okay, so it's like whenever you're ready, he's ready. Okay, well, open arms. But the devil wouldn't want you to know that or think about that or see that because then you're not going to. Also, with the magician, could just simply be a trick. Like then you're not gonna you're not gonna practice it. You're not gonna change it, transmute it. You're not gonna do anything with it. And then we have the Archangel Gabriel with the moon, with God is my strength, with divine reevaluation, with divine reevaluation, revealing messages, and having the power to destroy. Yeah. That's what's like you saying no and you saying yes to things is very powerful. That destroys a lot of things. So where you thought this was your purpose and this was your life and stuff like that, that's a lie. It was a fear and a shadow, an illusion created by somebody that you thought was worthy. That's what's like. It's important to read it for yourself, cause you see the page of swords, right? It keep falling, and it's because the card under it, and then it's the high priestess. So it's like there was a trickster, which is why when I said before, like even the devil and the demons and stuff like that, they know the Bible as well. They just don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to practice it, but you do. And they also can't receive messages from them, but you can, like from spirit, but you can, like that kind of thing. That's how you know the difference. You can see the difference. Um, but a lot of them will try to keep it secret to keep you stuck and trapped until you bounded, and then you realize that, or till you stuck, and then you realize, um, what they was doing or who they are or what they are, and then you think it's the end all be all when that's not really the case. Spirit was always can help you. That's why I also said that angels can go whatever the hell they want to go. Demons cannot. They can't go where angels go. That's the problem. That's why this person's trying to bring you back rather than forwards. Where you need to be in drive, they're trying to put you in reverse. You don't need to be in reverse. You don't go. That it doesn't work that way. Well, that's not how you drive on a highway. You put it in drive. You go this forward. Even neutral. It's a little bit slower, but it's still moving forward. Like that kind of thing. Where this person is trying to do the opposite. Now we have the Four of Pentacles. Trying to hold back out of greed or insecurity. Hold on. That's crossed by the Six of Wands. So your fear of holding back or procrastination is going to cause you to have it's causing you to have a victory, and then you're going to fail, and they're gonna be like, see, this is why I didn't do it anyways. But then it's like, no, that's self-fulfilling. You caused that. That's why this protection against disasters is, if you're the one causing the disaster, it can do but so much. You did that of your own free will. You caused it, but then yourself. Like that's a self-fulfilling one that you did right there. Then we have the Nine of Wands. But also, if anybody was holding back from you, and like I said over here, they thought they got one up on you, was trying to be sneaky and deceptive, and thought they got the last laugh and da 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 da. Like, no, you're gonna end up to be the one on top and still be the one with the victory. And because you persevered, because with this protection against slander, then we have the Nine of Swords. You persevered over whatever this person was trying to do, like all the disasters they were trying to create, you was trying to create for yourself. You took a moment to evaluate your life, yourself, or even the situation, and because he has like the I don't say a scarf, but like, you know what they do to put on like the wounds and stuff like that over his head. So it's like you had to get your mind right, pretty much. And now that you got your mind right, like you have these like the shield of defense and stuff like that around you, or like boundaries to protect yourself, so you don't let anybody into your head and get control over your head the way that you did before. have the Four of Cups. Also, this 6 and 4 makes 10, and then we have 9, so then it decreases. Um, but still, it's going backwards at 4 to 10. But then, when we do that, it's kind of sort of going in the right direction. But either way, with the Magician and the Four of Cups, be careful who you seek or who's giving you help. Whether it's a trustworthy guide and stuff like that, do be able to know the difference and decipher the difference. Not everybody is trustworthy. Not everybody's a guide. Not everybody's actually helpful. Not everybody is a priestess. Not everybody is a tarot reader. No. Okay, and sometimes help is not always help. And because the Four Cups also talks about like rejection and stuff like that, so from time to time you have to say no. That's what I was like with the free will, like your choice and your power of saying no and saying yes is very important. And people are trying to make you feel like or make you think that you shouldn't say no to things, but then it's like you have to say no to certain things in order to protect yourself. Like, if you're allergic to something, you can't say, yes, no problem, I'll eat that. Like, you have to say no, because you might die. Like, that kind of thing. Like, you have to say no to certain things. And that's okay and that's fine. Don't let somebody guilt you or pressure you into saying yes. Because, again, the angels won't do that. They would just be like, all right, cool. Yes, your choice, your free will. They're not going to impose on it. They're not going to try to persuade you, convince you. They're not going to do that. Bribe you. Not doing it. If you read the Bible, with Jonah, God said go over here. Jonah was like, I'm gonna go here first. I'm gonna do. Not even I'm gonna go here first. He was like, you really want me to go there? You sure? You want me to go there? And then he was trying to go somewhere else. And then God was like, I didn't say over there. And then he got swallowed by a whole whale. And then the whale took him to where he needed to go. You see, like, where are you going? You asked me for help, and I'm telling you what to do, and now you're not trying to do it. So that's why it doesn't have to bribe you. From time to time, he doesn't have to bribe you. He will not have to bribe you. It's either you're going to do it on your own, slowly, without realizing that you're doing it, or if it's really important, he gonna get his way, period. Like, it's just, he gonna get it, period. But bribing you, trying to convince you, beg you, stuff like that, he's not doing that. Just not doing it. There's no need for him to do all that. Especially if you could just ask somebody else. Like, he won't do all that. Yeah. So we have the moon. Yeah, like, some people are not always going to tell you some things. They're going to hold things back. So it's important to be able to decipher and read between the lines. Because I was looking at the moon, like the trees over here, and then we have two trees here. Like, sometimes people are going to try to tell you things just to confuse you or tell you what you want to hear rather than the full-blown truth. Because this is the waning moon. So it's like in the beginning of things where things just started. So they're going to tell you like little bits or pieces. And you will have to use your intuition to realize that to pretty much gain victory, like I said, to read between the lines and use your intuition, your discernment to say no to protect yourself. And we have to see, because not everybody gonna tell you the truth. Some people gonna hold back on purpose. And we have the Empress. Because they see that you're the Empress. They know that you're this divine feminine. You have this calling in your life. And then we have the same moon that's over here, that's over here. You might not feel like that right now, but you are on the way to doing that. You can become the Empress. You can become this divine feminine that it's all four queens, balance, very stable, abundance, very kind, caring, nurturing in many different ways, very skillful, and prosperous in your own way. And you don't need somebody to define you and stuff like that or tell you who you are. Like your essence speaks for itself. Your presence speaks for itself. And right, because with these trees over here where it barely has leaves or barely have anything, yours have leaves and it has color. It's you can't miss it, which is why some people are just naturally drawn to your light and try to sabotage it, but you will have to say no. No. Leave me alone, which is why you're building these boundaries and not just letting any and everybody in. Right? Then we have High Priestess. Okay, a couple of things. Because I know something about the High Priestess underneath the Page of Swords. That's a whole different thing. Alright? But if the High Priestess here, and the moon being here, and the moon up there, and this divine evaluation of receiving messages, that you understanding and knowing who is lying to you and be able to detect it. Because the High Priestess... Okay, there we go. The High Priestess, with this detective hidden secrets, that's what she does. And we have the Magician up here. That's what you will be able to do, and you will be able to see through the deception and the lies and the secrets by you just simply using your intuition and cutting things out, which is what the Queen of Swords does. So you be this intuitive, badass Empress that makes it real hard for the devils and the demons and temptations to pretty much fuck with you, bother you, lead you astray, or hurt you like how they did before. And then we have Mary Magdalene and Archangel Michael. Okay, so but so Mary Magdalene, we have divine feminine with devotion and sacred sexuality, and Archangel Michael with clarity, truth, and protection. Right, and that's 10 and 1. Alright, so I was talking about the divine feminine, okay? We have this here. So, Mary Magdalene, some people would love to tell you, okay? She was the prostitute. Okay, fine. She was. Cool. Okay? And then they snatched her, was like, Jesus, look, she was doing this. Crucify her, da-da-da-da-da-da. Jesus just was like, look. He put a stone down, and he was like, he without sin cast the first stone. And one by one, the crowd left. Why? Because they all sinned. Only person that really could have thrown a stone was Jesus. Did he throw it? No. So it's just like, pretty much it's like, mind your business. Mind your business. That's between her and God, okay? And then, everybody left. She was still on the floor waiting to get hit. And Jesus was like, what you doing? Get up. And then she changed her ways. Like, you see? She was one of the people that was there to know that Jesus wasn't in the tomb anymore. Changed her ways. Truth, clarity. She was a prostitute, yes. That's the truth. Fine. But that it wasn't like she ended like when she died. She wasn't still a prostitute. Like that wasn't the thing. She was one, yes. That was like probably like 5% of her story. Like, but the rest of the story that was she was no longer that. That's why we have like 10 again. Like that was the end of it. Boom. Then she become a whole different person. And Archangel Michael with the blues and stuff like that. Talk about expression and the truth, and that's why like this person is doing a lot. Like whoever's lying to you, they pissing off a lot of people. They trying to like the heart chakra. That's Archangel Raphael domain over there. Okay. And then if you already healed, now they trying to undo the healing. That's still his domain, and they trying to love bomb and love manipulate. It's just like why are you doing this? And then they trying to lie, and then that's over here. That's him. Now you're pissing him off. Like it's too much, and it's just like that's what like whatever karma they about to face, whatever they was about to do, or whatever they were trying. They're trying to get you to take most of the hit as well. Which is why you need to use your intuition to realize this person isn't good news. Save yourself. It's very deceptive. Don't take that wand. Don't take the wand. Don't start it. You know what to start, you know what not to start. Use your intuition. If this person just appeared out of nowhere, and then be like, oh, spirit sent me, and then you ain't get the spirit ain't talk to you. That's the spirit didn't send that person. Okay, spirit did not send that person. I don't know who sent them, but it was a spirit. Okay, because they would have told you. You would have known too. Okay. They would not put like write a meeting down, and then just randomly be like, oh yeah, and you have a meeting in 5 minutes. Like no, they would tell you, like, look. This person coming. This gonna happen. That kind of thing. But if just boom out of nowhere, it's like, yeah, nah, that's And then if it causes you to have to act out a character or change and stuff like that, it's not for you. Then we have Angel of Manifestation. Do we see? Oh, we have a house on there, and a new job, and a phone and a car. Some people see the calling and the blessing that you have for your life. The devotion. All the work and the effort that you put into yourself to not only change, but to feel comfortable with who you are and speak your truth and express your truth and have these boundaries to not let people manipulate you or sabotage you. That's why it's like with the Four Swords, you want to reject some people. You say no. And you might, like, with certain things where before it sparked your, like, excitement and stuff like that, now you don't really care for it, and that's fine. That just simply shows that you're maturing, your growth, and stuff like that. And then we have Chakra Balance Angel. We pretty much got all the colors except yellow, which is solar plexus, which is action, confidence, success. So we have the red, we have the orange, we have blue, we have purple, we have green. So yeah. Then we have Angel of Friendship. That's pretty much self-explanatory. We're getting to the numbers. So we have 7, 6, 8. 7 is like challenges, but we have this inner and outer work that could also ties to it, because it's also internal struggles and adversities. And If there's angel manifestations, you need to figure out, shine a light on what do you want, not what. Fuck everybody else, okay? Fuck everybody else. What do you want? If you never met this person and you never like knew what they wanted, what would you have? What would you want? That kind of thing. Like, fuck everybody else, okay? And it's like once you get in touch with yourself, with this the red, feel secure and rooted in yourself and comfortable with yourself, and realize that you are worthy and deserve forgiveness. Like you're forgiving other people, you deserve to be loved. Your productivity does not detect your worth. Um, you start to, I guess, love and care for yourself a little bit more, and express yourself differently, and with more I won't say like more respect or stuff like that, but trusting yourself a little bit more with the purple being here, trusting your intuition more, and trusting yourself, and not doubting yourself as much as you probably did before. But like I said, with the yellow not being here, that's I can't say you take action on it, like you're believing it, but now it's time to take action. I guess that's what it's saying here with the trustworthy. Got like now time for you to move forward. Okay, you got all the tools. Now what we doing? like, um, it's like we in the car. We got the key in the ignition, and we just looking at each other. It's like, well, we not gonna move. um, so we have happy, and that's 8. And I said 8 before. It's all about control, moving forward, and self versus ego as well. Then we have a fork in the road, and that's 4. So it's decreasing again. Um, Oh, your challenge and your adversities and your problems decrease when you become more stable and balanced within yourself. And the 3, with the mind, body, soul, and spirit, then you start collaborating, working with spirit, like truly, right? And understanding the messages and using your intuition and trusting your intuition and those gut feelings to know who's your friend and who's not your friend, who of your soul tribe, who's not of your soul tribe. Um, Cause it's an angel hugging her. I thought it was an actual person. I didn't pay attention to the wings. Um, but like you become friends with your guardian angels or like spirit and people that's protecting you, and have like actual like friends in your like reality. But you have to get from this fork in the road, and that's why it's like you know which direction to go, but you are second guessing and think that you don't know the direction that you need to go in, but you do. You just don't know what's down in that direction, and we figure it out when we get there. Okay, we just need to go. Because it went from 8 to 4, and that's decreased, and then it decreased like in a good amount, like it's half now. So it's just like so where you think it's gonna be stressful and this whole big thing, it's really not. You're making it harder than it needs to be. Then we have a change in the wind. And then that's 12, which is 3. Um, see, decreased again. Um, Even went from 13 to 12. It's literally still just decreasing. Um, it's not saying that your happiness would decrease. It's just I would say like what I said over here before, like certain things where you thought made you happy, it no longer makes you happy, and it's like you realize you was doing it out of like other people for like the benefit of other people's pleasures rather than yours. Because we have the butterflies here, and that's all about transformation, and then we have the magician, and we also have transmutation here. So it's like things are going to change and evolve and stuff like that. Your taste is going to evolve. What you used to when you were a kid probably like certain foods and stuff like that, where now is you don't really like it, and it's like it's just a change that is not really drastic, but you need to take like into accountability, and now you take like but pay attention to pretty much, and some people, and that's another way you can know if they're your friend. Like it's not gonna be like this whole big drastic thing. Like if you don't want to do it no more, you don't want to do it no more, and it's like, alright, cool, fine, and let's move on. But where some people, it's like, oh, well, I don't want to do it anymore. You think you better than us, blah 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 blah, and it's just like that's because y'all was only friends when y'all did that kind of thing. They know if you no longer do that, y'all will no longer be friends. So again, that's how you can tell. Like there's little like there's signs. That's why like I don't know if it's a red flag, but it's like there's signs that you can pretty much see and you can tell that somebody is your friend and somebody is not your friend. Spirit sent them, spirit didn't send them. Or you can just simply ask them too, and they will tell you the signs that way. They will tell you that, give you an answer. Then we have past life issues. A situation has a base. Hold on. The situation has a base in one of your previous lifetime. Ask ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from all past experiences. Wow, we have book. Your life purpose involve writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritual based books. I'm not saying to write a book. It say you can read the book, okay, sell the book, edit the book, okay. If you want to write a book, you write a book, okay. Whatever you want to do, you want to do, cause it is some type of art form here, but that's not. I don't know if you're writing it by hand. If you want to do that, you can do that, okay. We don't do that now. We put it on a computer, kind of thing. So might type it. I will say. But if it's like art kind of thing, then of course you're gonna need a book to draw. Sketchbook. Okay. Whatever it is. Then we have cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachment of fear that stems from your past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Ooh, also funny enough with the devil being here, they did have like a little fight. Well, not even little. They did have a fight. Okay. Um. So yeah, ask him for help. Call on him. And then, especially with this past life issue being here, and then it said like the past life relationships and problems, how to heal and learn, like they will help you. No problem helping you because it wasn't supposed to be brought here anyways. They're trying to bring it here. For what reason? That's another like a video that I keep saying like no one appointed this person to come to you, or like they just doing it of their own. They just like I don't know who's gonna pop up on you, but somebody trying to pop up on you, and nobody sent them. Okay, nobody sent them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, but I'm your soulmate." Like, no, 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 no. Like, no. That's why it's important to like do, because they gonna try to lie, manipulate, pull on your heartstrings. They gonna try to do a lot. This person is dangerous, and it's like, no. Stop. Like, save yourself. And then is cut the cords, help heal and learn the lesson and realize why you're doing, why you're attached to this person. You just, when they come back, you be like, I'm alright, I'm good. I made that mistake once, I'm fine. I'm done making that mistakes. Even if you made that mistakes 10 times over, 7 times, you're just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna have that 8th time. You're not doing this. Like, and then we have focus and divine animal. Yeah, because that lion kept coming out a lot. I don't know if you realized it, but I realized. The animal, we have a horse hair. There's either a lion or a tiger. Either way, I'm saying a tiger. Then we have a zebra. Is that an alpaca? But we have then it's an owl. I don't know what type of monkey that is, but I know it's a monkey. That's all the animals that's on here that's out here right now that I see. Oh well, the devil has a goat popped in my head because the hooves, like his feet, and then the horns. Also in the Wild Unknown Tarot, he is a devil. Like it is a goat. That's So yeah, but also in the change in the wind card, the moon now where before it, let's say it was the winding over here, it's the waxing. No, I think this is the waxing and this is the winding because it's winding down. JK, this is waxing. It's now winding, so it's like pretty much saying like it's close to being a full moon. This whole thing is coming to a full circle, a completion, and yeah, the amount of times we had 10, like we had 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 10 over there. 10 here, okay. We have, okay. I was about to say, it's like, this change or this, like, things coming to an end, I won't say it's drastic, but it's a good turn, right? It's a big turn for you. And don't allow anybody to bring you back to a life that you're no longer happy with and no longer want to live. That's what the focus is about. You have this idea and this vision for your life, and you need to like focus on it to bring it into form. Because you can. So your divine animal could be a lion and or a tiger. And we have Soul Tree. And we have channeling. Oh, then we have a fox. I forgot about the fox. I completely forgot about the fox. Well, they did say they sneaky and deceptive. But then we have threes here. So also then we have 22 here, and 2 is all about like being in alignment. It's like you focusing on what your purposes and your path, and not what everybody else wants you to be on. What you focusing on, what you want to nurture, what you want to give, and what you want to leave, and give back to the world and give back to others. So later on, where somebody else is going through whatever they're going through, they can, when they read whatever you wrote, or like you write a picture or draw a picture, they feel like you are communicating with them through whatever you created, pretty much. But also with this focus and soul tree and channeling, some of y'all can actually receive messages and channel and hear them. You know who you are. Okay? Like, some of you can see, some of you hear, you know who you are. With this divine animal, let's see. Hopefully it won't just come out. If it's three, then it's like you just figure out which one works for you. Okay, that's gonna be a nice little close little pick a card right there. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be one card. JK. It's just gonna be one card. Oh. Okay, if it's, it might be one card, but if it is two cards, it's, you know, like the chariot has two horses, so it's like you, when you're, or like the Hulk and stuff like that, where he has, Bruce and then he has the Hulk, like, it will be that kind of thing, like, when you're Bruce, you like this, but when you're the Hulk, you like this kind of thing. All right now. And we have Earthworm. Um, so you're pretty much down to earth. You don't really bother anybody. You like very, I would say you like rich and yeah, the same unicorn. See, it's not a bad thing. You're fine. That's why I was like, I understood. I get it. Um, cause you don't really see. It depends on where you are. You don't really see worms out unless it's raining and stuff like that. They mainly just stay in the soil and stuff like that and tend for the soil. And then we have trees here and stuff like that. You're you're more grounded and laid back and try to get to the root of things, get to the bottom of things, so that when it grows, there's no problem. But that was like the foundation. Like the foundation is fine. So when you build and continue building on the house, that like it's not moving anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Like it's gonna take a lot to knock this bitch down. Like that kind of thing. And when it's raining and stuff like that, with that's why I was like you like emotional and like water based like conversation and stuff like that, whereas like you can have an emotional like conversation and it's not, you don't feel judged or feel weird about it, because it's rooted and grounded in support and understanding. And that's what the miracle and this like you didn't think like there's people out there that will see you and understand you with like the way that you are and don't really have to say certain things. They just get it. And it's like because they either been through the same thing or they just simply understand you. That's the whole, also with the humanity and stuff like that. Um, Everyone has this story and their own story, their own little tree, their own little garden that they try to tend to and try to take care of and try to produce just like you are. And with this cut the cord, it's like some people did try to hurt you and stuff like that. You've been through some things, but as you can, it takes a lot to kill a worm. I think they have to like dry out and stuff like that. So like even if you cut them, like you can like like rejuvenate and heal back and then go about your business. So it's like you lost certain parts of yourself because you're no longer the person that you used to be because of certain things that happened to you or happened in your future or happened in your future, happened in your past, um, that made you are made you who you are today, but that is not the end all be all. Like, you're not gonna die that person. You get it? Like with Mary Magdalene, like, yes, she was a prostitute, but she didn't die a prostitute. That kind of thing. So right now you could be like this little earthworm because you are very shy and reserved and trying to find your footing in this world, and think like you don't really have purpose, or like you matter very little. But it's like worms do a lot, for the trees in the soil. Like, if they wiggle around, that creates more room for the roots. Okay, now the roots know, like, it can go here, and then it has more space to, like, stuff like that. More liquids can come to it. The worms do a lot. Okay, and so, we have a unicorn. Like, you're one of a kind, so it really doesn't matter if you were trying to, like, oh, you hoping that a lion come out. It doesn't matter. You still have purpose. Your purpose might be behind the scenes, where you want to be seen and stuff like that. That's not really who you are. So with this book and this writer, you might just be a ghostwriter, that kind of thing, and that's fine. But if editors, nobody really know the editor name. Nobody cares. Don't say nobody cares. Some people might care, but nobody, like, cares to read it. And I don't. Like, I don't know who edited any books that I read. I can't even tell you. I can tell you who wrote it, though. Like, that kind of thing. So it's like, you might not be, like, the front runner, but your name is still mentioned. You're still important. You're still there. You still hold a purpose, and a very important purpose. Because if you don't do it, who gonna know? Like, who else gonna get to the bottom of the soil to realize that the roots need some room? Nobody. You know? And yeah. Hold on. Okay, I got the book just in case, so you don't think I'm blowing smoke up your ass. Okay. So, Earthworm. It says shy, hesitant, and resilient to share inner vision. We have inner power here, and then we have trustful guide. Like, you are hesitant to step out. Okay. And then we have, oh, okay. So it says, we have all felt the woes of the earthworm. At some point along the way, the earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you are on the right track. Besides, rumors has a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insight. When in balance, they're earnest, intelligent, and valuable. Told you. Okay, when out of balance, which it didn't come reverse. Well, it came out reverse. Pretty much saying like that's the only card, which I already know is the only card. When out of balance, they're self-conscious, and to bring in balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. That's what, like, with this unicorn. Everybody talks a big game and say, like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but no one actually ever starts and go after it. You have the confidence to actually start and go after it, to actually make it into a thing, to actually have it. So why are you stopping yourself? See? So it's a good thing. Now we have the Eight of Swords. Well, this is the after tarot. Okay? So when everything's all said and done, right? When I say you got to get a control of your mind, got to get your mind right. You're no longer in that mental mind trap. Okay? You got yourself out of there. Okay? And these are crossing it. The Two of Wands reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I kept talking about you not taking that wand. I never realized the Ace of Wands was out. Um, so where the Two of Wands talk about like processing and like choices, um, and moving on and moving forward. But it's like where before normally you was doing it by yourself. Now you have a person with you. It's you're no longer moving on and moving forward with that person because of all the work and the effort that you was putting in wasn't worth it. Like you was planting and the seeds wasn't growing. Um and then with the King of Wands being out here, you the one that holds the Ace of Swords. Not Ace of Swords. God damn it. But the King of Swords was out here. You hold the Ace of Swords. Oh, you know the truth. That's why the King of Swords came out here. You know the truth. So you're the one that can like also hold this wand and say if this thing can start or not. Which is why you need to know and realize it's important to say no if you want to say no and to say yes if you want to say yes. And don't overthink it. Don't don't overthink it. I'm gonna tell you when certain people invite me out, like I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go and do this on this day. If you want to cut, like, no, like it's before you even say, do you want to come? No, like I already know I don't want to go. Like it's like don't sweat it, don't overthink it. It's very natural. You will know. Yeah. Next we have, I love this card. We have the Seven of Wands. Like I love that he's jumping, and then this like it's just like he about to give like the kid like they about to whoever lose their head kind of thing. Um, and then Seven of Wands is something about like defending yourself and also having the higher ground and stuff like that. And then he's jumping, so that's, he's like let me prepare myself for this blow. And he about to like knock everybody off. So like you don't have to overthink it or stress out. Just stay focused into what you want and like you know what you want. If it doesn't sound appeasing to you, just don't go. You don't want to go, you don't have to go. It's fine. You have choices, okay? Temperance. I know somebody earlier. You just gotta be patient. You might have to, do things in moderation, little by little. Like I said before, once for the stuff in front of the other. Until like, cause with this idea into form where your foot is in like the water or the lake and stuff like that to represent your spirituality, and then on the rock to represent like earth and the materialistic and the 3D, the form and stuff like that. It's like as above is below, but it's gonna take some time to accomplish everything, and you can't get accomplished if you don't start it. So it's like once you start it and you realize where it is helping you, you stop stressing out about certain things. Um, Realize that you're gonna have some challenges, some adversities, and people gonna, try to stop you, try to get in your way. But with God on your side, there's just what they gonna do? What they gonna do? And it just doesn't matter. Like, yeah, the Hermit. It's just like you. With the past life issues, because in the before tarot, this snake is actually the Ouroboros, right? That talks about past lives and like past life cycles. You no longer stuck in this past life cycles. You gotta hold on all your past life. You don't have no longer have karmic okay, you might have some lessons, okay, but it's not karmic lessons and stuff like that. You have like spiritual lessons, yes, because you always gonna learn something new and stuff like that. But there's no karmics because you healed from it. There's nothing else to learn from or anything like that. Um, then with the friendship, we have a wolf here. We have somebody that's loyal, that is going to protect you and be by your side. Because wolf travels in packs. They pretty much look out for each other. So, it's like, you know, the knowledge that can help you stand out above the rest. Or just realize that you don't have to compete with other people. There's no need to do it. So now I'm talking about the bottom of the deck. Okay. So with the dream, we had roots. And then we have two, and then we had the two in the before tarot. We have the two of swords. So if the roots is talking about like getting to the bottom of things, like the root of the matter, the root of the problem. With the two of swords, it's all about like a difficult decision, but your heart is open, but your eyes, you're refusing to see like the situation or see something in a certain way or a certain light, and that could be what's causing delays. Like you want to see results, but not everything. Like when you exercise and stuff like that, you're not gonna see it right away. It takes you a while before you see it, but it's working. It's still doing things. So don't give up just because you don't see the results the way that you wanted. And then we have Archangel Raziel with death and rebirth for transition and life changes. And then the major arcanas also is like major life lessons. So that's what like this change, and then we have the change of the wind. Like, I didn't want to be like dramatic, be like it's major, but it's like it's pretty decent that that's what they're trying to stop, like talk you out of and like get you to pretty much give up without realizing that you're giving it up, and that's what they're trying to talk you out of. Let me put an example. Okay, an example. This person is like, would you choose me, okay, me, or would you choose to break up with me and be a billionaire? And they are hoping and praying that you choose them, as if you could ever be a billionaire with them. You can't. So I would say you could break up with them and be a billionaire with somebody else. Okay? But they don't want to hear that. But that's the best answer. That's what you need to do. But that's what they're literally trying to talk you out of. I'm like, you're the one with the power and control and the abundance. And the light, and they know that. Which is why they was attracted to you in the first place. But they try to sabotage your light and dim your light, so you can continue staying with them and being with them, so you won't leave. And then we have a change in direction. With the change you are experiencing are divinely guided. Oh, hold on. The change you are experiencing is divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow, I don't know what that says, path to the happy outcome you desired. That's why I say I don't know what that says. So also, rejection is just a change in direction. Also, whoever this person is, you just dodged a bullet. Save yourself. And then we have the Queen of Swords with God, the hope of all the earth, with rituals and ceremonies, can acquire the treasure of the heavens and earth. So the rituals and the ceremonies, where I said Some of y'all people, I don't know what it is, but every Friday they threw a party in your honor. Okay, just to talk shit about you every Friday. They did something every Friday just to talk shit about you. Were you there? No. But that's pretty. It became a ritual. It became a ceremony. You just hot topic. Main topic of discussion. And see swords on fire. Archangel Uriel. That's getting cleansed out and purified, coming to an end, because that shit makes no sense. Then I said like the Ace of Swords before. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. She also holds the Ace of Swords. You're cutting all those cords and those sides with these people. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, because you learned your lesson. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So you learned your lesson. Some people trying to leave you on the code because you learned your lesson. You're trying to change and become a better person. And it's just like, okay, fine. Why do I have to be the worst version of myself for us to be friends? That's weird. Okay? And it's like, now that you're with this angel of manifestation and stuff like that, you're getting certain things, the success that you pretty much worked hard for. Now they feel like you left them out in the cold and you cut them off, when that was never the case. Cause with the hold on, let's see, what was other ones? Okay, so there was the angel after that again, and then okay, we have the angel of strength. Right, so we had 2, then this is 5, then we have 4. Oh, 5. Yeah, 4. You learned your this was a difficult decision for you to make, and they were trying to make it harder and more difficult. And when it was already difficult for you to make, and it was like, well, now they're trying to come back and trying to make it seem like you're this bad person and you're the bad guy. And it's like, little did they know, like, it was real hard for you to walk away from them and to close this door. But they didn't make it easy. It's like, once you, with this illumination, once you saw everything for what it is, you realize you would be a fool for staying and continue to root for, like, not even root for this person, just for staying with this person and befriending this person and allowing them in your space in your home, because they don't respect you, they don't respect the space. They didn't really care, and if they did care, they will be okay with the fact that you are overcoming things that you never thought you could do before. And we have a message in the bottle. Right, and that's 6. And 6 is all about like harmony and peace and beauty. So with this change, some people will see it and just, help you along and stuff like that. Where some people will try to make it harder than it needs to. And that's like the message. Is like, where some people where you thought was going to stay forever is not, getting off at certain stops, and that's fine. And the people where you didn't really expect to be there forever and stuff like that is actually there forever. And it's all based on your perspective and how you see certain things, but you gotta realize that if it's for you, it's for you. And you don't have to bend over backwards to keep it and stuff like that. And then we have the heart chakra. That's what I said, funny enough. Oh, then it says, the answer you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to give and receive love. That's why I kept saying, you know the answer, but then you don't allow them to talk you out. That's why with the 2 of Swords, your heart's not blocked off or closed off. Your heart chakra is actually open. And you actually are listening to your feelings. It's just your mind. you're thinking your feelings, or you just need to feel your feelings. You feel like you can do it, but you're thinking that you can't do it. And it's just like, but you feel like you can do it, right? So then do it. Even if you mess up and just like, okay, but you did it close enough. Okay? It wasn't as perfect as it needed to be, but you got it close enough. That's what science is. You get it close enough. Right? Then at the bottom for the after tarot, it was the Page of Swords, and then like as you saw, the Page of Swords kept falling, but then it shows the High Priestess, and then that's why I was like, this High Priestess is different than this High Priestess. There are some people that like the pillars are supposed to represent like stability, right, with the house and stuff like that, stability, foundation, right, and there's white and there's black to the B's and the B and G. J? What? B and G. J is supposed to represent like water and fire. The pomegranate, there we go, it's supposed to represent like the Kabbalah, tree of life, learning lessons, the fool's journey and stuff like that. And then we have the moon, using your intuition and stuff like that, because not everybody is a high priestess and going to tell you the truth. They gonna have secrets. They're gonna lie to you. They're gonna manipulate you. Then there's gonna be people that's gonna be honest and open, very kind, very nurturing, want to help you grow, very spiritual. You just have to decipher and know who is who. But you are also yourself have an understanding and knowledge of spirit, which is why you can defend yourself from people that's the false, like priestesses and false spiritualists. Because underneath that was the Three of Swords. You're healing yourself from these false accusations or this false teaching that this person was trying to teach you. Yeah, and that's all that I have for this reading. So if you feel like this reading helped you or resonated with you, then I'm glad. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.